we go on EA Sports.
Taken in at the 3.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gets this out wide to Pickens.
Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And on an RPO, everything happens so fast, and as a defender, you can't get stuck trying to figure out what's going on. That time he had it figured out in a flash, and he was able to make a beeline to the receiver and make the play.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Off of play action, it's Watson. That ball caught by Campbell. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with career touchdown number 75.
And the Browns use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes the score 7-0.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
It's a jet sweep. Here comes Claypool with it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the time he gets the football.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Completion here to Claypool. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Watson. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9.
And the next-gen stat shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it.
It'll be a gain of 5. And now it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6.
Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck.
You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. The Steelers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now Pickett. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
This is Harris on the draw. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
They run again with Harris. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Back to throw. Pickett.
And almost but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. They're going for it. This is Harris. Oh, he sheds himself free. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. I like that call. I'm assuming you're with me.
I am. I'm totally with you. And to me, they saw something that they liked there. Because, let's face it, it's going to be a mass of bodies. But it feels like the head coach has said, my best runner over my best blocker. Give it to me right now.
And you only needed 1 yard where they were on the other side of the field. Seems like a no-brainer.
If we can't get 1 yard, what are we doing out here?
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and 1st down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
Harris running straight ahead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Boswell good with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. Now at 10 apiece as the kick's away.
Fielded right around the 8.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Browns drive about to get started. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half. To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Big yardage there.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
On 1st down, Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb.
Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Faking the give. Now Watson rolling to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Second and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3?
And he's got room. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They run again on first down. Chubb. And the ball is knocked out, but I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. So we have reached halftime here in a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
This one fielded at the 5. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Hey, 31!
On 1st and 10, Watson. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Watson off play action.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schwartz.
And they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
Back to throw, Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
The York on now for the extra point.
He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Here's Pickett.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Credit the sack to Malik Jefferson. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to them here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Pickett. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. Could have been his second, but instead it's 4th down.
The Steelers send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. "35 yards that time on the punt, and the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started.
The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles. with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
52 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, here's Pickett. Right side, Claypool's got it.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They hand this off to Harris. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He's got this to Pickens.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go up the middle with Chubb. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now Austin. Three quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Pickett back to throw.
And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Completes this one to Pickens. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a give. Running left is Harris. Room here to run.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Fournette. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Well, you know, most quarterbacks, when you talk about their big playability, you talk about the arm, but this, an absolutely huge play with a leg.
And also with his mind, because he had to see this play develop in order to make the decision to keep it and run. And how about him looking up and seeing the seas part for him once he got past the line of scrimmage? My first thought, I think he can go all the way, and I'm trying not to take over your call of this play, partner.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They run it again with Chubb. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion.
Chubb fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point by York is up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Taken in at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop it.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Watson's throw pulled in by Schwartz.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
To the air yet again, Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red